You guys want to sneak the Lions nickel package in here?
Please.
Why not?
I
You
was
wanna get it
promised a
rolling?
nickel package when I came on here. I wouldn't have come on here if I didn't without nickel package.
All right, first question of the Lions nickel package, just for Terry. Do you want to see Brian Branch at nickel or strong safety next year?
Look, for me, Terry, I don't want to like box him in like that.
Yes, both.
You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you. That's my
like
idea.
this is where sports is going to me, Terry. And we've talked about this before. We've talked about that. I talked about that this week. Sports today are about matchups, right?
Positionless.
And positionless sports. And when you get a matchup that favors you, you rock it until the other team makes an adjustment or you win the game. One or the two. I think you're going to see that because they seem to value versatility. They do. And I think that Brian Branch, that's part of his value. Like, does he make plays? Yeah, but he can do it from a multitude of spots. I like versatility, Terry. I'm not putting him in a box.
I like boxes.
No.
Terry.
I have struggled with this question.
Love a good
Yes,
box.
I want him closer to the ball, and I think he'll be closer to the ball as a nickel guy. Now, and the other thing is this league has changed. This isn't the days of Mark Carrier and some of the other safeties who would just blast receivers at safety. You can't do that as much anymore. So if you put Brian Branch at safety, he's going to clock people, but he's also going to get kicked out of games, and he's not going to be available to them when they really need him. So I'm going in the nickel package, put my man at the nickel.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Mike, Luka looks like he kills a 12-piece Soroki's before every practice.
Hey.
I mean, I wouldn't blame him.
I would not blame him.
Especially
with a couple of those biscuits.
Sandy Dorton, T-Foss. T-Foss, just listening to you makes me want to take my shoes off.
All right. Don't forget, I had that dirt on the bottom.
I just want to mention, I'm kind of with Neil to where, like, I don't want to put him in a specific position, but, like, Kyle Shanahan said last year they ran a lot of 2 tight end sets specifically to get Brian Branch off the field. So I need him no matter where he is. He is a top 3 defensive player on this team already.
Yes.
He needs to be on the field for a majority of snaps.
You know what, too, with Branch? It was one of those ones where, as the draft was playing out, you know how you always get that guy like, God, I can't believe this guy's falling here. And then we end up getting him, and it worked. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Like, usually you get these dudes.
Oh, there's a reason.
Like Philly with the cornerback from Georgia 2 years ago.
Kelly Ringo.
Yeah, and everyone's like, oh, my God, he keeps falling, and they got him, and I never saw him again.
Yeah.
And now you know why he fell.
Absolutely. But Branch is the one that fell that you can't believe you got. That actually works.
Right.
He came from Bama, though. It's a difference.
It's fun.
All right,
fun.
second question of the Lions nickel
Second out.
package. How much faith do you have in Marcus Davenport next year?
For the role they're going to ask of him, I think I have a lot of faith. He's not going to play 70
He's not 3
snaps.
downs. Yeah, he's not a 3
You know what I'm saying, Terry? Like, and look, the resume is there. Now, it's a controlled signing in that the expectation. See, I think fans say, all right, we got Davenport. I expect him to get 13 sacks. No, you look at the money they're giving him, the playing time that he's going to get, the usage, as it were. Terry, I think he's going to be what he is, a vet that's been around the block, that knows how to get ready. And I believe that he will impact winning in 1 to 2 games this year. That's how this NFL works, Terry. Guys make plays in games, and that's what Sam Flannel could never understand about Jameson Williams last year. Remember, Terry? That Saints game impacted winning. The Buccaneers game. Davenport, even Tom Kennedy 2 years ago, impacted winning.
Right.
I think Davenport will impact winning 2 times this year.
Yeah, people have to understand that when you bring a guy in, you don't bring him in to all the time to get 15, 16 sacks and impact games like that. But he will have his moments in games where he makes a play here and there. I don't know if it's going to result in a victory or 2 or whatever, but he will impact. It's kind of like the role player. Every team needs a role player or players, and this is what he is, a role player. And here's the thing. Here's what Neil loves. He's not getting paid that much money.
You know I love that.
You don't want to pay anybody.
Yeah.
You cheap ass.
No, I'll pay for quality.
Okay.
And he's an upgrade, instant. The Charles Harrison Okoro brothers, not even close to Marcus Davenport if he stays healthy. That's the big key.
I believe that was 6 sacks between the three of them.
Yeah, and he can get that by himself if he's on the field.
Okay, fair.
All right, next question of the Lions nickel package. Is offensive tackle depth a concern?
I mean, not until somebody gets hurt, you know, but no, because I know what it is going into it. Sewell is going to the Hall of Fame. That's his next stop. Taylor Decker is, you know, he's getting a little old in the tooth, you know, little long in the tooth, no doubt about it.
Still very good tackle.
Still a very good tackle, though. And it's a lot like everything else, man. When you get to the tackle and you get to the quarterbacks, if your guys get hurt, you're effed. You are. I mean, I guess I'm happy enough with the depth. I mean, do I celebrate it? Well,
you got Skipper, you got Sorsdale, you got hopefully not.
It's like everything else.
Yeah.
It's like everything else. Get me through 3 quarters of a game. Somebody goes down the first quarter, they come back the next week. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm locked in. I can deal with it. If Sewell misses 13 weeks,
you're done.
Yeah.
Or Taylor Decker misses 13 weeks,
you can make a trade.
You're fighting uphill.
Yeah.
You know, that's just the way it works.
Yeah, that's the way the offensive line works. The backups are backups for a reason. They're not that good. But I think depth on the whole offensive line should be a concern. Frank Ragnow, you don't know what you're going to get out of him week after week. They keep telling me Sorsdale is this monster now. I believe it when I see it. Okay. And then as far as the tackle positions, I don't worry about that. They're both very good. You get injured. I mean, you can say that about quarterback. I mean, Jared Goff, if he's injured, you're in trouble. If Penei Sewell is injured, you're in trouble. And you're never going to have a backup of that quality. So I would say every offensive line's depth is a concern, not just the Lions.
That's fair.
It's fair.
100%.
All right, next question of the Lions nickel package. Does Terrion Arnold need to be cornerback 2 out of camp?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I know Terry's answer. You know, he don't like rookies.
We're talking winning a Super Bowl.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like
that's all we're talking about.
By the way, going forward, that's all we're talking about.
Yep,
sir.
That's the space we're working in. So going forward, yes, Benny. Yes, he does. Because assets were given up to get him. Right?
And he's the most suited for the role.
The whole city went nuts when they drafted him.
Yeah.
They believe in him. Brad Holmes believes in him, thinks that he's good. So Terry, yeah, he does, man. Yeah, he does. I'm talking winning a Super Bowl. But going into this, that's a huge ask. And I'm also, after 8 weeks, not going to write the book on him. Because this is a nuanced position that he's playing.
Right.
Where you got to learn the tricks of the trade.
I will agree with you, but with the smack this brother's talking, he should be CB1.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I mean,
Look at you, Terry.
just saying, he's talking some big noise.
No, but Terry, this is the nature of the beast, man.
Yeah.
And we're in it.
We gonna find out if he got it.
Any better?
Yeah.
And that's not threatening or anything
No,
like
it's
that.
just- it's
I'm
the
saying
truth.
to win a Super Bowl, you will need him to play at a high level. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a fair statement.
That is a fair
Absolutely.
I'm not going to
True.
get killed by anybody,
True that.
right?
Hey, I ain't killing you.
Okay.
All right, but look at you relying on rookie parlays.
No. I'm not relying on a rookie parlay,
Single rookie.
a single rookie
Oh, okay.
to have an impact. And it's going to be a gradual thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's going to be great out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't need to be great out of the box. But come week 14, week 15, week 16,
We do need to see.
we
it.
do need to see him, man.
Absolutely.
Because this is the Super Bowl. And record this, because Terry, this is what I'm going to say starting now, September, October, November, December. This is what we are talking about, and get comfortable with talking about the Super Bowl. Now, what does that entail, Terry? That entails that you don't flip out over a week 4 loss that no one saw coming.
Yeah.
You don't.
That's the fan base.
That's the fan base will do that. And
Only
that's
thing
fine.
that matters is the Super Bowl.
Only this is pass fail from here on out over the next couple
Right.
years.
Get to playoffs, win in the playoffs. Yep.
I don't care how you get there. I don't care what it looks like, any of that. Sorry, 5th down.
5th down, final question of the Lions nickel package. With the expectations, with the past success, can Dan Campbell actually win Coach of the Year this year?
Yes, Terry, and there's where I'll lean on you.
Is this
And
the
here's
question,
why. Your media brethren, if they have any excuse to make him coach of the year this year, he will get coach of the year. Why, Terry?
Okay, the answer is no.
Okay.
Because coach of the year is one of the dumbest awards in the National Football League.
Right. But what happens to your newspaper brethren when they write about him winning coach of the year?
You know what they'll say? Well, he won 12 games last year. And because, you know, we don't get to see the postseason when you vote for that. So I think the Lions will win 11 years. He won't win coach of the year. If he's going to win it, he should have won it last year. So I'm going to say he cannot win coach of the year because, once again, it's a dumb award. What they do is they say, okay, this guy won 6 games. Now, this year he won 10. That's my coach of the year. So coach of the year is based on game improvements and not really did you coach your ass off. Now, Dan Campbell might coach his ass off with that first place schedule. And let's say they duplicate the 12 wins. They played a tougher schedule, won 12 games. He didn't make dumb decisions. He's still not going to win it. So there.
I agree.
Right. When your newspaper, rather than write the story, though, people will click on it because the Lions push eyeballs, man. They do.
He's not going to win it.
Yes, he will.
I don't
We'll
think.
see.
he will.
All right, man.
Oh, we gonna see.
So resolute.
Robert Saleh might be coach of the year. Man.
Shit.